what is the one thing that you should look for when it comes to a self-defense class and it being a red flag and you should just walk away from this self-defense class? It all depends on how the instructor actually demonstrates the technique. For example, you will see on YouTube time and time again a sensei, a master, a coach, an instructor, some kind of high-level teacher, and you will see him or her demonstrate the effectiveness of a technique by having a student punch like this and then hold the punch out there. And then the instructor will say, usually in a very smug way, watch how effective my techniques are. And you'll see him effectively take down this bad guy in full speed. And everybody goes, whoa, look at the effectiveness of this technique. This is a con artist. This is a shyster. This is a hoodwinker and a salesman. You should walk the other way if you see moves being demonstrated like this. Now, I know what you're gonna say. You're like, well, you don't expect them to go full speed, do you? It's all about matching the speed. And if they are having a student slowly attack them and they're responding full speed, that means their technique isn't good and it doesn't work. And let's be honest, there's not gonna be any attacker who's punching you in slow motion like this and holding his fist out there, waiting for you to do something. Look up security footage on how fights actually happen, and you'll see people flailing like this. You'll see knives, and they're stabbing like this. No one ever gets a knife and holds the knife out there like this, waiting for you to do a fancy kick and kick it out of their hands. That's not gonna work. Self-defense, it can be brutal, and there are some arts out there that say, well, pull guard, or run away, which by the way, running away is very, very effective. Or use verbal judo to disarm them, and that's awesome too. So I want to be careful in saying there's no one secret technique that you think, well, I'll just stab him in the jugular or kick him in the nuts and walk away, which is one of the top myths out there when it comes to self-defense. Or I'm gonna grab my keys right here and hold it like Wolverine and I'm gonna stab him. That's horrible, horrible, horrible idea. So enough criticism here. You may say, okay, well, what should I look for when an instructor is demonstrating a technique? You should look for, first of all, the instructor demonstrating, showing how to do it, but not to prove the effectiveness of the technique. You should then look for a student who is smaller than the instructor demonstrating the technique. So for example, right here, at our martial art right here, our self-defense here in Enumclaw, Washington, what we do is, first of all, we instructors show how the technique should be done. But again, it's not to prove the effectiveness of it. Then we get a younger, smaller, sometimes more frail student to show how effective it is. Because let's be honest, odds are you're gonna be getting in a fight with someone who's bigger, stronger, crazier than you. That's just the nature of the very reason why they're picking a fight with you, because they're probably crazier than you. And so you want to be prepared with your techniques to take down someone and to defend yourself against someone who is of that caliber, who is bigger, who is stronger, who is faster than you. And so you need to look for a martial art where they're demonstrating the effectiveness of these techniques and they're using a smaller person to demonstrate. Not an instructor who says, okay, student, come over here and just float your arm out there like this and watch how I can take him down. That is ridiculous. You walk the other way if you see demonstrations going on like that.